Hello, hello. I'd like to check first if my audio is clear for you guys. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the background noise. If you're hearing a background noise, please tell me. Just waiting for a couple of people before we start with our weekly live stream. If I can actually be consistent with this weekly live stream, but can you guys hear me well? Do you hear any background noise? Is it too noisy on? Sound is good. All right. Thank you so much, Dawn, for the timely response. We have 7 people right now. I like to wait for, let's say, a minute or two to just wait for other people to join us here. What's going to be our topic for today's live stream? Any suggestions? I'd like to talk about communication because it's something recently that I've experienced, and this is kind of like a learning and unintentionally relearning the communication part or the communication aspect in life. Okay, so we have the usual suspects here. We have Steve, we have Paul. Oh, who's that pretty girl on my screen? Thank you so much. Am I clear? Are you hearing that annoying background noise? If not, maybe we can start. We have 12 people right now. Thank you so much, you guys, for taking your time to be with me this early Monday morning in the Philippines. And I believe it is Sunday evening in some parts of the United States. And maybe it's 12 midnight or maybe 1, 2 a.m. in some parts of Europe. Wherever you are watching right now, please make a noise. Tell me, please tell me where you're from. I think a lot of the viewers right now are from the US because many are already asleep at this moment. I think there are a couple of you who have requested for me to do a live stream my nighttime, but that would be like very early for many people, but I can still try doing a live stream at nighttime, my nighttime. Alrighty, so okay, let's start. I think Rory was here earlier, but yes, I am here now, and luckily I did not reschedule the time for this live stream. I'm so sorry that in the past few live streams I kept on changing the time, but I'm going to try to do a weekly live stream my Monday morning at 8 and your evening time in the US. 8 or 7, depending on where you're from in the US. And hello, Dawn. How are you? How is everybody here? We have 15 people. Please let me know where you're from and how's the new year treating you so far? Have you had or are you having an amazing start of the year? Is there anything that's happening that or anything that happened that is making a memory or that is already a big deal for you so far? It is what, January 12th. So there must be. Would you like to share that? And of course, Steve, it's been a long time since I heard from him. Not this morning, but a very long time. Hello, Steve. And of course, Paul. Paul is always present here. Thank you so much. Super Point. Hello. How are you? Where are you from? No noise. Alrighty, that's good. Hello, Craig. The date is already coming so fast. Like you're gonna be here very soon. Are you very excited? Little low. I don't know. My uh mouth is already like almost eating the microphone. It's very close now. Maybe I can do something here. Let's see. What about this? Can you hear me better? Louder? Hello, Sean. How are you? Superpoint is from Michigan. Michigan is what time now? 7 p.m. Hello, Superpoint. Super 8 point. It's 10 a.m. in Guam. So you're only, is it 10 a.m. Monday? It's gotta be Monday. So you're only 2 hours behind, ahead of us. Wow. Hello, Mike. Morning, beautiful, talented Shay. Hello, hello. How's your weekend? How's your weekend, guys? I am asleep in Texas. How is Texas, Robert? 7 in Florida. That's good. So it's not too late for you, Steve. You can still hang around with us for maybe an hour or an hour and a half. You've been rescheduling times ever since you started live streams. Yes, I would admit that. And I'm so sorry. This time, I haven't rescheduled. I have a big deal to share with you. Eliza got her green. Ooh, wow. Congratulations to all of you, especially to Eliza. You know what? I was under impression that getting a green card would actually take like 3 to 5 years. I think it used to be that long time ago until like the 1980s, 1990s, maybe also early 2000s. But now it really is very easy to get a green card. And yeah, congratulations. What's the benefits of the green card, by the way, Craig? I don't have any knowledge of this. Maybe she can now go to work, or she has now maybe some privileges that you guys get. I'm not sure. Hello, Christopher. How are you? Bill is from Arizona. What time is it in Arizona right now? Sounds good. Hello, Charlie. How is everything? How's your new year so far? Forgotten times. I know who this is. Good morning, Mishi from the USA. You are in the USA? You're back in the US? Really? I thought you were here for good. Or maybe I'm just mistaken. But I think maybe I'm just mistaken. Is this Steve? Steven? Better. Okay. 4 p.m. Sunday, Washington State. 4 p.m. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, yeah, okay. So you have the same time zone as California, right? I have a big yes. Eliza got her green card last week. I'm so happy for her and Chase. Yes, and I'm so happy for you too. And I'm happy for everyone. Now you can at least rest your mind and just yeah, really be happy for the kids, even if you are away, right? So now you can do you, Craig. Chase and Eliza are already set up. She got her green card and all that. So yeah, everything worked for everybody. 7 p.m. in Indiana, 4 p.m. in Seattle. Wow. So Seattle, Washington, and California, are they on the same? Are they very close to each other? A 3.5 hour flight, same day. Okay, I see. Wow, so that is close to the Philippines then. Um, Flying to Thailand, Taiwan, and even Malaysia takes 4 hours from here. So you are closer to us. It's cold in Texas. What's the temperature right now? My definition of cold, Robert, is like 21°C. So how cold it is? 21 people, hello. From where are you guys? How's your weekend? What are your plans for the upcoming week? And how's your new year so far? Yes, that's a big yes. Will a 70-year-old man have a chance with a woman in Philippines? Of course. You just really have to find that right partner, right? But it depends on your preference too. What are your preference? Super 8 point. By the way, can I address you properly? Can I ask for your name? You know, in poor countries like the Philippines, a 70-year-old man can still get a 20-year-old girl, a 30-year-old. Um, you can get a very young girlfriend or wife, but it does really depend on what you want to achieve and what you want in life. I'm pretty sure that you have heard a lot of horror stories in the Philippines, being, somebody who live in the Philippines with a Filipina, the age gap, problems, issues, and all that. So to quickly answer your question, yes, but there's going to be a lot of buts. 5:30 Sunday. I see. Arizona. 5 p.m. in Arizona. 5, 6, 7, 8. You're 3 hours, 13 hours behind from us, behind us. U.S. West Coast time. West Coast time. Uh, the 4 p.m. So West Coast is what do you call that? California. What's the other one? Oh my god, I forgot now. You guys, don't laugh at us if we don't know about your geography, because we don't even know our own geography here in the Philippines. So your different time zones and all that. Here in the Philippines, we don't have different time zones. We only follow one time zone. So if it's 8:13 in the morning in Dumaguete, it is 8:13 in somewhere else in the Philippines. Why are fish so smart? You said this three times, I think, already, Rory. The last three live streams. Still a 14 nonstop flight from there to the Philippines. So if you're flying from there, Christopher, you land where? Cebu or Manila? Have you guys had a trip from where you are, let's say LA, to the other international airports in the Philippines, except Cebu and Manila? Because these are the two major ones. But I'm curious about you international flights to Clark Airport. I land in Duma March 9th. Where can I find a guide for a few days? Uh, I mean, are you going to stay at a hotel, Charlie? Because there are a lot of all of the hotels have um they are in contact with third parties that would give you a tour if you really want a legit one. Yeah, you can get in touch with the resorts, with the hotels, for the tours. Congratulations, Craig, on green card. Eliza and Chase. Yes. Congratulations. Wow. Wrong guy. I see. Okay. I always thought that Forgotten Times is Steven. So he probably changed his username. I'm Glenn. I'm sorry, Glenn. I'm Glenn from working towards retirement. Yes, same time zone. I'm cold. It's cold, rainy weather. North Carolina. Okay. Last night I just watched a documentary, a crime documentary about a husband that was killed, and this happened 2015. And I think it was just recently when she was convicted during the first trial. The wife was convicted, and then the second trial, she was free. But it happened in North Carolina. But I think the guy was from Ireland, and they went to he moved to the U.S. Got married. Well, they got married in Ireland, and they moved to the U.S. in North Carolina. Those places are on the Pacific West Coast, same as Vancouver, Canada. I see. Which places, Paul? The West. Oh, okay, okay. So that would be California, Arizona, and what's the other one? Ohio cold is zero, negative zero. 713. Glad to see Shay. You're from Ohio. Okay. So it's zero, negative zero right now. Oh my God, that's freezing. That's deadly cold. 15 is deadly cold for us. Good morning and happy Monday, Shay. Hello, hello, Chris. How did you spend your weekend? Did you just rest the whole weekend? Dave. All right. I think Mike, Michael, Dave, David, what else are very US common names? Frank, Tennessee. Oh my God. Yes, that is definitely cold. How about 40 plus girl? um, I wouldn't think there is a right age. I mean, I don't know really. It really just depends on where the person is at mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I think, but I would like to think that if you're a 70-year-old guy, you wouldn't want to be with somebody who's 20 years old unless I mean everyone has different reasons why they would want to be with somebody younger. But yeah, if you're something 70 or 60, would you date a 20-year-old girl? And why? Green card, no need for a visa. I see. Okay, that's the major thing, the major benefit. So she can now come to the Philippines, Craig, right? Like she can come here back and forth without needing to just like stay in one place. Like I don't know how it works. Can get a US driver's license. That's great. Could work, but she will not. All right. She's more traditional wife. Yes, finally, now I can do me. Yes, I'm happy for you, Craig. Now you definitely can do yourself. Not probably work as hard as you've been doing, but also you know, make yourself happy as well. Get somebody who is at your own, I mean, the same caliber as you, the same values, the same mindset as you. And I'm very excited for that. We are, Mary and I are very excited for you. It's currently -4. Oh my God. That's very cold, Paul. California. All right. Seattle. Seattle is above California. I see. Pacific time is 4:14, so it's 4 hours. Okay. So you are in that region, Lexi. I'm pretty sure that Lexi has told me before what his name is. And I remember Lexi has been here since I think this channel is was a day old, maybe a month old. And I can remember that I um, named Lexi as she, not he. But you know me, guys, I'm very bad at remembering names. California, Oregon, Washington, and Vancouver. Vancouver. Okay. Mm. Also, Arizona is not part of the West Coast. Does it have a different time zone? I think somebody said here Arizona was like 4 hours difference. That was AZ, Bill. That was Bill. Oh, I can't find it now. Okay. Anyway, West Coast is 4 hours behind East Coast. I see. How far is it to travel from west to east or vice versa? 14 hours from Seattle to Manila. Can't get nonstop anywhere else. Oh, wow. 14 hours. That's a lot of flying. Compare province girls to city girls. I think there are a lot of videos that are comparing the province girls to city girls. And I think in one of the, or maybe two of the live streams, I also talk about not really so much about the difference, but my opinion about province girls and city girls is people think that province girls are better than city girls, but I wouldn't say province girls are better or city girls are better than province girls because, again, a person is shaped by his or her environment and how she was being raised and the type of environment that, yeah. I'm going in circles here. She is shaped by the type of environment that raised her, and her values doesn't have to be better just because she is a province girl or that because she is a city girl. It really depends also on what you prefer. If you prefer a traditional wife, you don't want her to work, you just want her in the house and just specifically focus on you, her kids, if she already has kids or your future kids, then I would say that the chances of finding that are the girls from the province because people go to women in the city that they're not really, not all of them are city girls. They can be province girls who are trying their luck in the city. So really there's no better than the other. It really depends on a person, the way she was being raised, her values, her where her mindset is at the time that you met her, what she wants, what you want. You really have to go on. I don't want to give relationship advice because I'm also trying to figure my life out. I don't, I have not figured out everything about my life, so I wouldn't see myself as somebody who is who is eligible of, giving advice. But this is just my take on the province girls versus city girls. Number one, again, if you want a higher chance of getting a trad wife, then you can try your luck in the province. If you want somebody who is a hardworking Filipina, I'm not saying that province girls are not hardworking. They are very hardworking. Maybe they have farms and they have worked their lives helping their parents to take care of the farm, to plant, to harvest, and to take care of the animals or to do whatever. I think that Filipinos are very hardworking people. But if you are looking for somebody who is a career woman, who is hardworking, who is intelligent in a way that she finished her degree, she has advanced degree or whatsoever, the chances are you will find that woman in the city because the colleges are in the city, universities are in the city, career women are in the city. There's not really so much luck as far as career in the province. So it really depends on what you want in life, guys. So if you just want to have a trad wife, then, cook for you, take care of you, just be at the house with you 24/7, then you can find that in the city, but I think the higher chance of finding that is in the province. But values wise, I cannot compare. There's no comparison. I think that it's just wrong to compare the values of a province girl compared to the city girls. Washington State as well. All right. There are no nonstop flights from the US to Clark. I flew to Manila but would definitely fly to Cebu next time. I see. Okay. Mm. 25C here in Florida. Ooh, it's hot. I'm joking about the 40 euro. I know you joke a lot, Paul. Hello, Eagle Mindset. How are you? How's your new year so far? And since, we touch a little bit about relationships, since somebody asked to differentiate the province girls and the city girls, and if somebody can find a girlfriend if he's 70 years old or older. So since we talked about that, I'm going to ask you, what do you guys are, or for you, what's the key ingredient of a healthy relationship? I don't think that there is only one. There has to be more than one, if not many, ingredients to have a healthy, loving relationship. And the answers could vary because we all have different priorities and different values and opinions. And I'm very interested in hearing what you guys are the top one key ingredient in a relationship. Oh my God, we have 34 people here. Hello, 34 people. Thank you so much for joining us here, joining me here. I am Shay. If you're new here, I am Shay. I make reflections. Sometimes people would tell me I'm dramatic and I'm stuck in that moment of my life where I could not move on. I could not, that I'm stuck. I got that recent comment in my latest reflection, in my latest video. And I made a response. I responded to that um comment, and I said something like, how writers borrow emotions from, like w- w- the writers, the filmmakers, producers, maybe they're not part of it, but especially writers, like it's not necessarily your own experience. You're talking by a human experience. Maybe it was something that you experienced before. Maybe it's something that your friend is currently experiencing, and you're, or a stranger that is experiencing that certain emotion, and you're putting yourself into themselves. Like like, let's say for example, I'm putting myself into somebody I know that is experiencing a situation. And when you write, I a lot of writers always write as a first person. It always is I, this and this and that, I, this and this and that. So I think when you write something, or in reflections, I think putting yourself into that certain moment or that certain situation is easier. Rather, it is easier for me, easier for some people who write, to get into the depth of that emotion, certain emotion or certain situation. I don't know if I'm actually making sense right now, but a lot of people write not because of their own experience, but because of what they've seen, or because of what their friends, or basically a human. We are writing based on human experience. It doesn't necessarily have to be my own experience. If I talk about losing somebody, and when I say, I cannot get over you, I miss you here, in my reflections, I can easily understand why people would think, oh, Shay is stuck in this moment where she cannot get over with this person. But that's the beauty of writing. That's the beauty of reflections, because you can just put yourself into different emotions, different type of sadness, frustrations, or or whatever the person or another person is going through, and make it your own. It doesn't necessarily have to be your own experience. You know what I mean? Like, you're borrowing an emotion, you're borrowing a situation, and you're making a reflection out of that. So, yeah. Um, what happened to Paul in the Philippines? I don't have a clue. What happened? Arizona has a different time zone this time of year. We never change our clock, so half of the year we have the same time zone as California. Alrighty. Can't forget my name, Shay. You know that TV series Boy Meets World? No. Is that an American series? I haven't heard of that. I'm Sean and Corey. Hello, Herb, our dear friend Herb. Hi, Shay. Oh, you're back. Coming your way to Dumaguete in a week. Can't wait to see you girls. Alrighty, Herb, we are going to meet you, Mary and I. I'm not sure if you have met Leia, Gladys, and the rest of the girls. I'm not sure if you met them, but yes, we are excited for you. I vote province. Okay. US coast. US coast to coast is about 2,700 miles. 2,700 miles. Guys, I have no like an in-depth understanding of miles, kilometers. My brain cannot travel that far. I can only see the how far is 10 kilometers from here. Beyond that, I have no idea. But I'm guessing that would be what, a day to fly from coast to coast. What projects do you have planned for the new year? Projects, nothing really solid right now. All I have are goals. And sometimes my goals and plans are they don't, I don't get them done, and because I get tracked with so many other things. But yeah, not a solid plan right now. Right now, I'm just really committed on making more reflections or uploading once a week every Sunday at 6 in the morning. My whole January already is filled with videos. So I'm just working on filling up my February calendar. So I already have two that is already scheduled for February. So I'm still making, how many weeks is February? 3 weeks? One, two, three, four. Okay. So yeah, nothing really solid right now. Hello, hello, Drew. How are you? If you figure out your life, let God know, then you both can laugh and find there is no figuring it out. Yeah. I think it would be boring if you actually know what happens in your life. Like if you can see your future or what's going to happen in the future, I think that's gonna be boring because I don't know. You already know what's going to happen, so there's no thrill. There's no challenge, I guess. But I don't think that having a person who have figured out everything is actually a good thing. Is that a good thing? I don't think anybody is capable anyway of figuring things out. Let life unfold you instead of forcing it. No, let life unfold in front of you instead of forcing it. You're very responsible. Failed relationships haven't stopped some other vloggers giving relationship advice. Yeah, I don't really see myself giving advice. Like I would probably just I would advise myself probably. I've had failed relationships as well, and I wouldn't really look at myself as somebody who is certified certified to give advice. I would give my opinions about what I think on a certain thing, especially in a relationship, but I wouldn't say you guys should do it because what do I know? A lot of us have different values and mindset, and what works for me probably is not going to work for you. What works for you is not going to work for me. There's no one size fits all. Relationships, because relationships are different two individuals who have, you might have the same interests, but there will always be things that you guys don't agree with, and that's one of the beauty, right? Because if you just agree in everything, there's probably not, I don't know if you guys would feel stagnant, but I don't know, there's no thrill, there's no challenge, as I would always say. But yeah, so in I was just talking about it this morning. um Being a single person, a single mom, living alone basically since I was 17. My default is to do things alone, and I have to change my mindset into thinking of doing things with your partner instead of by default thinking, oh, I gotta hike, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and not thinking of the other person. And that's unintentional, and for me there's really nothing wrong with that. It just is because you have been single for so long, you have not lived with anybody, you have not I for me especially, I haven't really been in a relationship, because the real relationship, because all the relationships that I've had in the past were all long distance relationships. And it's just really very different because you're separate from each other. You can still do things on your own and not thinking about the other person. So where am I going to with this? Yeah. So listening to people giving advice, you just really have to take what resonates with you, and because again, we have different mindset, and people's take on this specific thing might not work for you because you have a different approach of things, or the person that you're dealing with or your partner might have a different values, and it might not work with her, or it might not work for you. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm not making sense here, but relationship advice or any advice that you get from us, or you get from other vloggers, or you get from podcasts and whatnot, you just really have to like really take what resonates with you, because there's no life isn't it doesn't oh my god, where am I going with this? There's no one size fits all advice. Okay? that's what that's what I was trying to say. Open up 3 flights a week to Cebu. Every time I go in the past, I'm laid over in Manila. Anywhere from 5 to 12 hours for my next flight to Dumaguete. Mm. Now I could go to Cebu and take a ferry. A ferry could take what, 4 hours or 6 hours from Cebu to Dumaguete. I think it's 4 or 5 hours because Leia goes to Cebu a lot. She has a business that she needs to take care over there. And I think she said at least 4 hours, but yeah, 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours. It depends on if you're taking the fast craft or the, what do you call them? The big one, the Roro. Is that an English word? I think I know who you're talking about here. Broker Basil. Good morning, Shay from Bawan. Hello, Steven. How are you? How's life with a Filipino partner living in the Philippines? Tell us about it. Steven just came from the US. He just came here from the US, and he's going to be here, what? 1 month, right, Steven? This is an interesting topic. Just talk about it. It doesn't work for everyone. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. This is supposed to be the main topic of this live stream. For me, it assumes the listener can actually hold and understand what you have to share. There needs to be trust. Okay, so just talk about it. I got that from the from communication. Um, this is something to do with communication. Everybody says communication is the key, or one of the keys in having a healthy relationship. And I would definitely agree to that. I would say so. Communication is really a paramount in a relationship. But what we fail to understand, or don't have an in-depth understanding, is that people have different communication styles, different communication processes. And I, for one, I'm going to use myself as an example. So let's just say, I'm going to put myself in a situation where I have a disagreement with my partner, or let's say a disagreement with a friend, and the other person, the other person's communication process is that, okay, we had a misunderstanding. We need to talk about it now. We need to get out of this misery now. We need to sit down right now and just solve this problem because I want answers now. So that's one way of communication process, or one of the communication processes. Some people also have a different type of communication style or communication process. I myself, for example, if I'm in a situation where I had a disagreement with somebody, I always am the type of person who takes time. I need to remove myself out from that environment because I need silence and I need time to pause. I need break. I need silence. And for a person who needs answers now, silence might actually threaten them because, especially if the other person is an overthinker, she or he would think that probably his security is threatened now because she or he is going silent. Um, the other person might be probably be overthinking because no, I really need answers right now. We really need to face this problem right now. But again, for some people that's not going to work out. So people around that circle advising you and your friend, or advising you, for example, or advising me, for example, it's not going to work for me because when you say just talk it out, or just talk about it, just sit down and talk about it, resolve the issue, resolve the problem. What's the problem? If you're saying that to somebody who needs silence, who need time to pause, to who need break, that can come across, like for me, for example, that can come across as force, and I'm already in a situation where I need clarity. Like I'm seeking clarity out of this messy situation. And for me to be able to regain clarity, for me to be able to find that clarity, I really just need to be left alone. Because if there are too many heads, trying to get into my head, if there are too many voices, like advices, if there are too many advice trying to get into my head, I'm not going to get clarity from that. I'm going to be even more confused. My brain is gonna be just even if, instead of gaining clarity, but it's just gonna be a chaotic um, brain because there are these voices that are telling you what to do. So I know that a lot of people, maybe I'm part of the minority, but there are a lot of people who wants to solve the problem right there and then, who wants to just sit down right there and then, to get their answers, to resolve this issue and all that sort of thing. For some people like me, for the minority, I believe, removing myself from that situation and just be silent for a few more days. Maybe it can take an hour or maybe just a few hours. For me, most of the time, it takes a few days. It can take a week actually. But for people, I'm going to use the word force because for some people who functions or operates like me, it can come as force. So for people forcing you to just talk about it or talk it out, or okay, this is what you need to do. Again, it kind of like threatens my it threatens me because if you're going to force me to speak or to talk, it's you're not gonna get anything out of me because first off, I need to remove my situation from that messy situation. I mean, I need to remove myself from that messy situation. Second, I need to recognize what I did wrong. I need to sit and just think about what mistake did I do? How did I approach that type of situation, why did I say what I said and all other things? So I will not be able to recognize the mistake I did, or I would not be able to know what the problem is, and until I sit down, until I'm in silence, I'm in this processing mode. And again, for me, I cannot process when there are other people around me. I cannot process when people are constantly in my ears, trying to say, this, and that. I have my own way of approaching things, and I have my own way of communication. I have a different communication style, and I would admit that it is not the communication style that probably most of you would agree. But, the way we do things, the way we approach, or the way we deal things really has something to do with how we were being raised, probably. And this is like the habits that we have picked up since we were so young. And it can probably also include trauma from the past. So the way we do things now probably is also, you know, there's an added trauma in that. So there's a reason why you or I, like, I'm just going to speak about myself here. There's a reason why I don't sit down with you right away as a friend. I mean, as a friend, if I have a if we have a beef between us, I don't sit down with you right away. I probably would take a week, take a few days to just process what I did wrong, to just really know, to let it sink in. And for some people, again, that's not really going to work. And I wouldn't say that there is a prescribed single right way to communicate. There is none. For me, there is none. I guess we just really have to respect each other's way of communication style or communication processes, or not only in communication, okay? I think respect really is the big word here. We just really have to respect on what the other person's how the other person would deal a problem, because she knows, he knows, that's and she has been doing that, he had been doing that for a long time. He knows what works for her. So yeah, that really is just all about why I named, or I titled this live stream Just Talk About It. Because just talk about it really is not going to work for everyone. We have to think that we are different people, we are wired differently. Now, some people who like to sit down right away because they need their answers right away, where some people like me just need silence for a moment. The people who need answers right away might see that as, or people around it, okay, might see that as you just really don't care, or you don't care as much as I do. No, we are just wired differently. We care equally, but we just really wired differently. So you do you and I do me. And when the person is ready to talk, then she's going to sit down with you and talk about things, reconcile, or talk what happened, what's wrong, why did you do the thing you did, or how can we move on from this, and all that. Because again, forcing your way of communication for no no I'm sorry, forcing the other person to get answers on your own timeline never really works, because the other person has their own timeline and you have your own timeline. I guess it's really all about setting a middle ground. Yeah, compromise, right? But yeah, it's easy for us to say communication is the key, and it is definitely one of the keys, but we also have to think about the little details, really, under that communication department. How does this person work? How does this person communicate? How does this person communicate? How is this person's communication process? Is it the same as mine? If it's different, do I have the patience to cater or to wait until she or he is ready to solve the problem or to talk about it? So, yes, that's it. Oh my God, there's a lot of comments now. I have to read them. As for me, to believe and practice the same faith, to believe in practice the same faith. All right. Canada from east to west is 6 time zones. Wow, that's a huge continent. Is it a continent? A huge country, Paul. Honesty, trust, compromise, and lots of love. Okay, that's good. Intelligence. Ah, it's amazing how intelligence is first on your list, Christopher. Honesty, work ethic, communication, required traits. That's awesome. Number one for Breaker Basil is mutual attraction. Okay. Mutual loyalty, communication, emotional, and in reality, financial security. It's kind of because mostly people who would say financial security, when you ask people about their preference, financial security is always is the women's answer. Basil said financial security. So I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious. Why is it that it is on your list? Or could you tell me more about that, Broker Basil? The 24 hours of flights and a total of 31 hours of travel time has been so worth it. I see. Okay. Alrighty. I see that you're very happy, and I'm happy for you, Stephen. And I really hope that you guys are going to be are really made for each other, and that you're gonna be with each other's arms forever. The key relationship ingredients for me are mutual trust and respect, humor, empathy, and communication. It's interesting how communication is last on Bill's list. Ah, it's so amazing how uh, it's amazing knowing every one of us have different preferences, and communication is always part of it, right? But it's just for me interesting to learn from you guys what you like in a relationship. The key to a lasting relationship for both partners to use, I'm sorry, the key to a lasting relationship is for both partners to use. All right. I'm good in good or bad times, sickness and health. Let's simply say follow your vows till death. Till death. Follow your vows. Mm. Hello, hello. This is Curtis from America. It's cold here. Former Navy sailor. Please send some warm weather in my direction. I wish I could, Curtis. Just stay warm yourself and have a cup of coffee. Probably it's late now to have a cup of coffee, but have a cup of tea instead. Especially no, what do you call that? I forgot. You know that tea that makes you sleep. It works on me all the time. It works for me all the time. You are making sense. That was a fabulous thought provoking video. Thank you. Open communicate open communication, honesty, same view on the relationship, same goals, and more. Hmm, that's good. Hi, Shay. How's it going? Everything is good. And again, thank you so much for the matchas, for Leia and I's matchas. 2,700 miles is 434 kilometers. That is what? How many days, months, years of walking? So, with the first person explanation, I guess you didn't need a shoulder. Everybody needs a shoulder, Paul. 43, 45. Okay. Thank you, Dwayne. How are you? How's your weekend? Where am I going again? Oh my God. Roro. Fly to Shanghai, then to Cebu. All right. A lot of those flights have a connecting flight to Taiwan. Taiwan, then to Manila or Cebu or Singapore. 20 years married. We almost mentally chat. PH expat prepper. Yeah, what is your what's the secret PH expat of having a 20-year-old marriage? Uh-huh. We're not gonna get into that. I'm here permanently now. Maribel is better in person. Oh, that tells me that it really is working. I'm very lucky to have met her. Being LDR really made us talk a lot, so I feel I know her better than anyone. I'm very comfortable talking with her. That's great. Are you guys coming over to Dumaguete? I hope all is very good in your world. Happy New Year. Hello. Happy New Year. How is your New Year so far, Scott? Hello, hello. Nobody you know. Yeah, Filipinas can be. Girlfriend and I have a sad situation. Her 16-year-old son is hooked on, he is in gang and can't see the truth of his addiction. Father is dead, so very sad. Not sure how to deal with him. Yeah, that is really very a difficult situation to be. I have no, not me personally, but my parents do have an experience with that with my, with a member in the family, and yeah, it is a tough situation to be. And I don't know if we actually have, or if anyone have answers. I mean, you can try your very best to send them to rehab, to intervene and all that, but really only them can change themselves. You can use all of your resources to try change them, but if they don't want to be changed, if they don't want to change, then nobody can change for them. But yes, it is very sad. I'm not validating Tampu. You have mistaken Tampu to for a person's communication style. That's definitely not Tampu. Tampu is like just getting sour over something that's very childish. No, we're talking about communication processes here. Scott Free, my son was an alcoholic, so I had to just show how much I loved him. He has gotten better and is happy now. Yes, I think that's one of the ways that one of the ways to show them that they are still being valued and loved, even if they're doing a horrible thing, even if they're going to the wrong path, just, reassuring them that you are still there for them. You might be nagging at them on, telling them how to change their life, or having them to go to the rehab, or, telling them you should do this, you should do that. To be honest, if people is on my ear, telling me what to do constantly, like I'm like I rebel. You know what I mean? Like, maybe rebel is a harsh word to say it, but sometimes to help somebody is for you to just be there to listen, not for you to be like, step one, you have to do this. Step two, you have to do that. Step three, you'll get here, and this is what you do. Some people don't function the same as you do. And again, this is the beauty, one of the beauty in life, because being unique or being different from each other. But there is like a negative side of it, where we need to always we always have oh my god, we need to have an in-depth understanding about how we deal with this person, how we deal with other people, because again, we do not function the same, we do not operate the same. Canada is second largest country. Mm. Canada is by landmass. All right, it is the northern part of North America, above U.S. Okay, and Mexico. Financial security explanation. I didn't actually specify which party needed to have financial security. In the Philippines, it is, of course, normally the foreign partner, male or female. Alrighty. Thank you so much for the explanation. But yeah, it's amazing learning you guys' preference. Chamomile. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Christopher. Learning to compromise is key, especially if you have been by yourself for a long time. Right. I'm very easy go I'm very easygoing and just want to enjoy my remaining on this earth. All right. Yeah, compromise is just as important as communication. But again, we have to always consider the little details above this, under this things, communication. What are the little details here? How to deal with this person and this and that, and compromise. Okay, what is actually compromise? What I'm going to compromise? What is she going to compromise? Intelligence is a must. Patience, authenticity, playfulness are my major needs. That's interesting. I think there has to be playfulness in in a relationship. I think that's yeah, that's the same level as communication, playfulness. And I had been in that relationship where I would say that Filipinos in general, male or female, are playful by nature. And I've been in a situation where, I was partnered with somebody who isn't playful. And when you say a joke, when you crack a joke, or when you're being playful, and the other person cannot get it or doesn't receive it in a positive way, um yeah, it kinds of like spoil the relationship. But again, that's compromise uh enters, right? You have to Oh, this is what I was going to say. We speak different languages. In communication, we speak different languages. And I'm not saying you speak English, I speak Visayan, I speak Tagalog. I'm not talking about the literal language. I'm talking about the different approach that we do. that works for us. Shay, you're absolutely right. I wouldn't say, and I wouldn't consider myself as, or whatever I say here, I wouldn't say I am right. It is right for me because this is just how I process and how I approach things and how I deal with things, and it's not going to probably work for you. So I'm just speaking in my own of my own experience and what works for me. But I wouldn't say that I am right. And yes, going back to communication, yes, communication is really essential. But again, it is not uniform. For me, it is not uniform. There is no single right way of communicating to your friends, to your partners, to anyone. For me, because I would say that two people can value communication equally. But again, because we have two different processes, then then there's that problem right there. So probably the other person is going to say, "Oh, you just like one of the persons here, one of the viewers here saying I'm validating Campo." That's where that's where it goes wrong because one would think about it as a tampo while you trying to just get a hold of the reality and trying to really know if what you did or if your approach was right or wrong. That's not tampo right there. So this is why I think for me, yes, compromise, but sometimes we're just humans. Sometimes we cannot compromise and we just like go off, you know. So I think that it is really very important to find somebody with the same language that speaks the same language as you, so that you don't need to deal with the tampo as you label it. My same feeling. I try and tell my mother, he must want to get clean. Thank you for the, sorry. Thank you for the advice. Maybe there. I'm sorry. Thank you for loving life. We gotta love life. Playfulness is a part of communication in a relationship. Yes, exactly. I don't know if you guys watch Gladys, and in one of her older videos, she has a topic that talks about flirting with each other in I don't know how exactly. I mean, I cannot tell you guys word for word, but my take on it is that flirting with your partner is very important because it is very important. um, Flirting in a way that being playful, and playful doesn't really have to be just flirting. Playful can be play. I mean, can mean something else. And anyway, Gladys had a video about being playful and being flirtatious in text and in verbal communication. And I find that interesting because a lot of Filipinos can really relate to that. I'm not sure if you guys can relate to that, but again, Filipinos are playful by nature, so that topic really resonates with us. Nice big smile, nice skin. What's the secret to your beautiful skin? I don't have a secret. I have dry skin, to be honest, because I don't drink plenty of water. Um, I don't have skincare routine. Are you currently in a relationship? Do you only date foreigners? Uh, wow. That's a pretty personal question. Flirting in text is tricky. I would need feedback or face to face conversation. Okay. For some people, flirting in text, you could be in the same room, but flirting in text could work for them. And there are some people who, of course, just value the verbal communication, right? So, and you are in that category. And yes, I wanted to say that earlier, some people process internally and some people process externally. I'm one of those people who process internally. Like, I need to reflect on this first before I can say something. Because if you want me to sit down with you right away when I haven't processed my feelings yet, I haven't really what do you call that? I haven't reflected on it yet. I haven't thought about it yet. You're just gonna be like sitting with a girl that was scolded by her mother, you know? Like, you cannot get anything out of me because what to what can I tell you? I haven't thought about the situation yet. I haven't recognized what I did wrong. I haven't I don't know yet. So what do you want me to say? You know what I mean? Um and that really is a challenge for people who are in a friendship, who are in a romantic relationship that speak different languages, that have different communication style or different communication processes. But nothing is impossible. If you love each other, if you love your friend, if you love your partner that much, then you can always just work with it, right? But again, one needs time, the other one doesn't need time, so that's where compromise enters. 12-step mutual help groups for families and friends of problem drinking individuals. Oh, AI offer help to deal with the impact of an. I see. Okay, AA. Hmm. There are AA groups, by the way, in Valencia, and I know a couple of them who are attending these AA groups, and it's really amazing because you're interacting and you're surrounding yourself with the same. I mean, you're surrounding yourself with people with the same goal, and it's really amazing because I believe that if you want to stop to drink and hanging yourself around with somebody who still drinks, somebody who with the same circle, there's like lower chance for you to achieve your goal. Whereas if you hang around with somebody who don't drink, then there is a higher chance for you to stop drinking. So it's not, I guess, the motivation. You are motivated to not drink anymore. I don't think it's motivation, but it's the people who you're surrounded with. If you want to be a better person, I think you really have to change your circle. I mean, not change your circle. You just really have to, um, you know, associate yourself with a circle who have the same goal that can help you with achieving your goal. Communication isn't a race. Yes, thank you. So the key to any relationship is to find the door it opens. I'm guessing you watch the video that I have with Leia, Sean, where I said life is really just like this. When one door closes, another opens, and when that closes, another door opens, and there's like a limitless of door opening for us. And it shouldn't be a contest, definitely. Oh, Dawn bought me five coffee, five matchas. Thank you so much, Dawn. I appreciate that. Dawn is my YouTube member, one of my YouTube members. My thoughts: a man should think like a king. I would want my man to think like a king. Um, I would always look at the men as the leader. To be honest, I'm a follower. I'm not, I function more when my partner is a leader because I'm a follower by nature. I want somebody to lead me, to guide me. So I would agree with you in that. Always listen and find out what his woman people want. Fulfill their needs, not always what they want, if that is not good. Family comes before ego. Mm. Always listen and find out what his woman and people want. Yeah, I like to think that. But of course, relationships are not one-sided, right? The woman also has to think of what her man wants, what makes her man happy, or what her man needs, right? So, but I would agree that yes, a man should think like a ruler. The man should be the man, the pillar of the relationship. It's for me. It's if you're in a relationship with me, yes, I would look at you as a pillar. So that means you're going to be my guide. You're going to be the person who leads because I'm not a leader. So if you're not a leader, if we are both followers, I don't know what's going to happen. As the old saying goes, if you run with dogs, you'll get fleas. Please explain. Look at the four or five friends a person has, and you'll know what kind of person they are generally. Um, I'm still kind of, what do you call that? Conflicted of the saying, birds of the same feather flock together, because I'm going to set myself as an example again. I work in the call center business for over 10 years, and during my first few years, the first 5 years of my call center life, um I was surrounded with my teammates that smoke weeds. The white stuff too, shabu and all that. And occasionally, during rest days, I go with my team, and just if they go drinking, I'll go with them because I find it I find enjoyment being with them, not with what they do, but just being with them because they're funny, and when they already have when they already have alcohol, they talk whatever out of these world topics and all that. So I find that funny. I've had friends, teammates as well that goes to, um, sketchy places and all that. And there were occasional periods, times where I go with them. So there were like a couple of times when I went with my teammates and they were circling around and I was in the circle and they were smoking weeds. I don't smoke weeds and I have not tried smoking weed. I have not tried drugs ever. But even I let myself in that circle, even if I was with them. Um, Again, that was the in that call center company. I was with them for for 10 years, and I was with that team for like the first 5 years of my life. And even when I was with them, whether they're drinking, whether they're smoking, there was not an inch of will in me to try, to even try, and to do the same thing they did. So I'm still kind of conflicted with, yeah, birds of the same feather flock together, because you can be hanging out with a drunkard person who has a sickness in a bottle, but still not drink. Thank you. Being with a foreigner is wonderful for my girlfriend. It is great for me also. Yeah. A lot of people have this dating advice or dating a Filipina advice. I mean, there are a lot of channels like that here. And really, it's nice to hear their experiences. It's nice to hear or listen to their advice. But like I said earlier, every person is different. They are shaped um by the people with the same um, they are shaped by their own experiences. They are shaped by the people around them. So most likely her mindset is probably the same mindset as the people around them when they were younger, until or unless she had the capacity to outgrow that mindset, whether bad or good. But yes, so a one foreigner's advice can work or cannot work, because again, every Filipino functions differently. All of us operates differently. Yes, I think so too. Yes, exactly. Nobody is right or wrong here, and I will never say I am right. It's just we have different opinions. Yeah, we have different perspectives, right? So you can state your own opinion. Other people can state their own opinion here. I can state mine, and we don't have to be enemies. We can still be friends, stating our differences. In relationships, both partners need the key and live in peace behind the same door. What goes on behind that door is private. I definitely would agree to this. And personal with only the key holders. We make sure the. Um, okay. I completely agree with what you said here, Sean. What goes on in the house shouldn't be out there, because sometimes you cannot help it but tell your friends what happened between you and the other person. Again, either it's romantic or a friendship, but sometimes there is a risk, because instead of others helping, they are fueling the already fired situation. I guess I will throw mine in the mix: emotional safety and peace. Yes, emotional safety is really big for me too. Consistency, depth without drama. Craig, come on. If you're with a Filipina, there's always drama. I'm joking. Respect for boundaries, no savior mentality. All right. I think I understand your no savior mentality. Emotional safety, yes, it definitely is one of mine too. How long have I been here? Oh my God, I've been here for 1 hour and 30 minutes now. I don't want to take more of your time, guys. But I want to talk about, I mean, I want to ask about boundaries in relationships, Greg. Like what are the boundaries? Like what are your boundaries? Like could you um like expound it? Landlord has changed the locks. Right. Yeah, I would agree to you with you on that. Have never done drugs, have friends that do them, good for you. Yeah, drugs is just really something I wouldn't try. I tried alcohol before, but you all know I'm allergic to alcohol. Like I really get this rush, and it starts with my scalp. Like my scalp gets really very itchy, and then it shows on my face where my face is like pink, like a shrimp, and then my eyes are pink. I mean red. Looks like I sniffed on something, but it's just the alcohol, and then it goes down to my toes. The rash goes down to my toes. They are teammates, not what I would consider friends, but I get your point. In the military, I had to be around and get along with some nice and not nice folk. Yes. Everyone is different, just like everyone else. Yes. Most people go into a relationship with a mindset, what can I get out of this? If you want a successful relationship, go into it with a mindset, what can I put into it? That's interesting, yes. How can I add value to this person? How can I be of service to this person? Service? You are a deep thinker. I can tell you thinking is very different. That is refreshing. Um yeah, you know what? I don't know what your name is. I have a person in mind, but I might be wrong again, but um some people misunderstand deep thinkers as dramatic people. We just are. We just want silence and just think. I personally believe a couple should be in service to each other's wants, needs, and or desires. Yes, I would think so. I think so too. What is a favorite book that you have read? Oh my god, all of the books that I have read are all of my favorites. And I started reading, well, I've always read when I started learning how to read, but I just really started reading like um leisurely reading. Is that how you say that, like you read because you love reading? When I was pregnant with my first child, and I started reading with Stephen King's books, because I love horror stories. So that's Stephen King is one of those authors that really got me hooked into reading. But as far as my favorite book, oh my god, I have so many of them. I had a wonderful time with these topics, but Luna wants to be fed. Alrighty, Robert. I need to be fed. All right. Thank you so much for being with me here, being with us, and interacting with us. I'm going to see you on the next live stream or on the next membership video or Patreon video. God bless. Take care. Alrighty. Thank you so much. Shay, very good live stream. Thank you. Thank you also, Mike. You're always present. Emotional maturity is also very important in order to achieve a path to a proper communication. We foreigners sometimes don't know the best way to communicate with you ladies, but want to learn. Yeah, there's no there's no what do you call that? One size fits all. You just really have to learn how your girlfriend, how your wife, how your partner communicates. That's that's really the only person that you need to study, that you need to know their way of dealing things, their way of their communication styles, and all that. When we have a genuine intentions towards a lady, we really want to learn how to best communicate with you given all the cultural differences. Yes, it speaks to those that genuinely want to be with a person. They constantly want to work with what works for her and what works for him and what works for their relationship. I came across a live stream once. I forgot his name. I forgot his name. And he was doing a live stream, and I don't know why he appeared on my live stream because I never watched this guy. He's an expat, and I think he's in Cebu or in BGC. And he said something about, well, if my Filipina does tampo, I just get another Filipina. If that Filipina does the tampo, do the same thing, I'll just get another Filipina. Wow, you must be. What do you think about that? You could be with 500 different Filipinas, and they're all doing the same thing, tampo, or they all have the same approach about an argument or a disagreement. I mean, why are you in a relationship? I mean, why are you in a relationship? Is what I want to ask. What's your intention to be in a relationship with a Filipino? Hello, hello. Oh, thank you, Wang. How are you? I think it's been 2 years since we've seen each other. My boundaries are honoring my peace. Okay, that's very important. Requiring respect and consistency both ways. Moving at my own pace. Yes, moving. I think it is really very important that both of you in that relationship move in the same pace and leaving any situation where my needs, limits, or nervous system are not respected. All right. Reading in mind travel. Reading in mind travel. Is that a book? Who wrote that? Tom Clancy. Yes, I've read some of his books too. But it was Stephen King that really stood out, or that really got me into reading. When I was a kid, I just flip on pages, and I was more into, looking at the pictures and the places, beautiful places, and I dream of going to these beautiful places one day and all that. Just, just skim read. Is that how you say it? Like you're reading and okay, next, next. So, but yeah, I've really just an avid reader or started loving to read when I was pregnant. Starting a relationship is like starting a business. You must put in a lot of effort to make it work. If you only think of the profit, what you can get out of it, then you have failed before you start. Yes, I would agree to that. This is very interesting. Guys, I learned a lot from you today already. Thank you for the lovely chat. Love your live streams. Shay, bless you and your family. Thank you so much, James. Thank you, Shay. Have a wonderful day. Oh, you're saying bye to me now, everyone? Yeah, I do really need to go. It's 9:30. The partners must have a connection, mental, spirit, energy. If you're curious, check out Girl Meets Work. Girls Meet Work. What is this? A book? the blogger is not looking for a lasting relationship. I guess he's probably just looking for companionship. And these are two different things, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. If your goal is to just have a companion and doesn't want to go through the bad side of this type of relationship, then you can just keep on collecting. But if your intention is to be with somebody and build a quality life with her, with him, then I think you really have to work or face the not so beautiful part of the relationship, the discomforts of the relationship. I think that limited tempo can be a good thing. It beats lashing out and saying things that you don't mean. Um, yeah. But again, how do you determine if there's a tempo and that she has a communication process the same as I have? What's the where do you draw the line? What's the boundary? What is tempo and what is not? I need time to process because I need time to think and reflect, and then we can sit on this and talk. If you have 500 women and they act the same, then you need to look at yourself. Yes, this is beautiful right here. Hey, hey, this is Mike, once a driver. Hello. Hey, 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 how are you? Stephen King. I will book at his books. I will book at his books. I've read all of his books maybe and watched all of his horror movies. Word, that was a typo. World. Oh, okay. Girl Meets World. A TV series carried on from Boy Meets. Ah, okay. I would like to promote French literary, but I guess they are only English readers here. A lot of my subscribers, Chris, are from America. I think I think most of the viewers now are from the US. The demographic of my channel is 30% US, 30% Philippines, and then the rest is already a mix of Europe and other countries. Is there an English version in this? I know you gotta go. I'm going to see. So have you seen Boy Meets No? Haven't. I'm gonna have to check that out. Lots of depth on this live stream. It's been great. I'm about to upgrade to first class. If you know, you know, yes. Hey, hey, Craig. We are really excited for you and to meet you again. Excited to meet you again. What was that? Yes, we will all have coffee. A relationship is like weather, sunshine and rain. Both make the flowers and people grow. That's correct. I mean, I would agree. I think a man who should learn Filipino culture should learn Filipino culture if you're going a relationship with a Filipina. Yes, that should be given already. If you are with a if you are in an a biracial relationship, biracial, is that what? Yeah, that's the term, right? If you're in a biracial relationship, then you definitely, I mean, there's no way to it. You have to know the other person's culture. Like me knowing, let's say, the US culture, the UK culture, or whatever culture my partner is from. You need to have an in-depth understanding of each other, learn each other's ways, and I think one of the reasons why the relationships do not work is because the other person is just not as interested in learning the other person's ways. Like again, you guys talk about tampo. I'm not validating tampo. I would not see tampo as well as a negative thing. Now, people from other culture need to have an in-depth understanding of what tampo is and where it actually is rooted from. Maybe next live stream I'm going to talk about it, but it's not just, especially the expats are advertising tampo as a mere childish and immature way of facing an argument or facing a difficult situation. And we joke about it too as locals. We also joke about it. But really, if you sit down and understand what tampo is, why people tampo, why Filipinos, not Filipinas, Filipinos tampo, that includes male Filipinos, you would understand why people are doing that here. And again, this is not validating. I'm talking about my culture, why people are doing that in my culture. Normal tampo is fine. Humans can do and do weaponized things for selfish reasons that would cross a boundary. I'm I love horror. Bicultural? Okay. Did I say the wrong word? No, I saw it in an article. Somebody used the word biracial. So these are two races, right? American race, Filipino race. God bless your work, madam. Seems you're very well spoken with wide spectrum of knowledge, wisdom, and balanced emotions. Love your channel because you keep it 100% real and honest, relaxing, and soothing. Thank you so much. I'm everything that I do, everything I put out, especially the reflections, I aim to um, make content by heart. I know a lot of people, also vloggers, and many people are thinking that I'm not growing. I'm not growing fast as I should. Growing the number here, growing my number is like the. You might not believe me. It's okay, but growing the number is really not in the priority list because I want to. This is where passion and the pursuit of growth really collides because when you have both, sometimes you get tracked and you just no, I'm sorry. Sometimes you get sidetracked and you get lost of why you're here in the first place. My I aim to just make content that is very close to my heart, something that I can resonate with, something that is even if it's not even if that if it doesn't go viral, I'm making a content that comes from the heart. It's not coming from the outside noises like I want to do this content because I want to go viral. I want to do this content because I want to grow my subscription. I want to have more money. Of course, everybody wants money. I would be fake if I would say no, I don't need money. Everyone needs money. We need money to live, right? But my main purpose in making content is because I love creating this kind of content, and I never will, no matter what people will say behind my back, that I'm not growing as fast as I am, because the growth, the numbers is not in my priority list. And it's very hard to make people understand that those same people who are chasing for fame, chasing for numbers, chasing for money, they wouldn't be able to understand that. And that draws where that's the difference between these people and myself, because I want to I want to retain the authenticity of this channel. And I mention it a lot, probably on my live streams, but definitely in my live chats or in my community posts in membership and on Patreon, where I say, or in my New Year's resolutions too, where I say that I really have to get away from perfection, because my brain is always telling me, "Oh, this is not good enough. Oh, you have to do this and you have to do that." I'm trying to get away from perfection. Okay. I just got a notification from Craig, upgraded his subscription. Thank you so much, Craig. You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much. You've been here for such a long time. You're a dear friend to us, and everything that you do, either charity, being part of our charity drives, being part of our Patreon and on membership, everything that you do is really big to us. And I especially appreciate it. Thank you so much. What did I say? I'm lost now, but I want to maintain the authenticity, and I just want to put out content that I'm happy and proud to put out. There are, I don't want, I have kids. I have a 21, 20, is she 20? 21. Oh, I'm so bad. I have a 20-year-old teenager. My kids are all girls, and I would not put out a content or a video that later on, 5 years later, 10 years later, that I would ask myself, why did you put that out? Like, you have kids. And I definitely do not want to put out content where my girls would say, ew, like, why did you put that out? So I just want something to show people that I'm proud of, even if people are not going to, appreciate it. I'm very lucky that I have all of you guys here that are appreciating my work. And I am already more than happy, more than lucky, more than blessed to have the community that I already have now. I don't need more. If I'm able to just continuously create what I'm able to create, I think I'm already serving my purpose in this life. Alrighty, good night, Chris. Hello there. I'm not sure if you told me your name before, but yes, thank you so much for being such a long time subscriber on this channel. And I'm happy that you're still here. I am Irish, living in USA with condo in Cebu. How do I fit into your viewer demographics? I know USA. Yes, it's better RPM. I don't care with the RPM, broker Basil. Um, when I first started doing YouTube, I think most of the demographic, probably 70% are in the US. And I guess a lot of those now have retired and live now in the in the Philippines. That's why from 70 it went down to 30 because my Philippine demographic was only like maybe 6%. Now it's 30. So I'm really guessing that a lot of you guys have already retired and moved to the Philippines and still carried on and watch my channel. So I'm really happy. Love your charity work and being hard. Thank you. I wouldn't take credits for that. It's from my patrons, from all of those that have shared their blessings. Yeah, it can be like that. Really, you see each other, but you don't talk to each other. You're like ghosts to each other. I'm not an expert. I'm only gonna be speaking from experience and me being a Filipina. There's no other people that can understand what tampo is than Filipinos because we know where it's rooted from. And we know the history, we know the why it exists. But I cannot talk about it now because I've been here almost actually 5 minutes before 2 hours. So I'm just gonna stay here for 5 more minutes and I'm going to let you go, guys, so you guys can sleep and I can also do my chores and take care of um, some s- some things. Yeah, internet is like all the information is on the internet. You can learn so much from the internet. But there's really no better learning than experience. Did I put that right? Experience is really the best teacher, the best yeah, the best teacher. But you can start with internet eagle mindset. You can start with, researching about the culture that you want to study. Books, yes, why not? Vloggers, sure. Again, you also have to be mindful with what type of vloggers you watch. There are vloggers that just speaks out negativity out of their mouth. There are vloggers that just speaks positivity. Maybe just balance it. You don't have to watch positive vloggers all the time. Maybe you can also watch the negative vlogger and maybe just, you do your work to balance it and you just take what is acceptable for you. When I first heard about tampons, tampons is like a different thing. It reminded me of a previous partner for no reasons. She would go from sweetness and light and so loving to cold and silent. It was a nightmare. Is she a Filipino? Big racial is generally about a mixed race. Okay, biracial. Not race, more like culture. We are human. Okay. All right. Thanks for the correction. Your accent is similar to Thai way of speaking English. Um, okay. Is that a compliment or is it a thank you? Different races and same culture have difficulties also, but not the same sort of issues. I agree. There can be some things that, I mean, issues that are the same. Please don't just follow trends. Keeping it real is so much better. Not everything is numbers in life. Yes, exactly. And not so many people understand this. I'm already happy um with what I'm able to put out. If I'm able to just reflect, this is how I do things. I write, I reflect, I write my reflection. I go to the location where I'm going to film, and then I edit. If I'm going to just keep on doing that same cycle, that I really, I'd be happy, and I wouldn't have to worry about who I mean, how many people are watching the videos. I don't even know how many videos are watching or did watch the latest video. I don't look at the numbers, to be honest. And I'm not here to chase trends, to chase what's, some people can be like the news media. News media outlets love to sensationalize things or situations, and it is like that here on YouTube as well. and and everybody do that, everybody does that, and I don't want to be part of the majority. I just, I want to do my own thing. So if most people are chasing trends, I don't want to be part of that crowd. I just do something else. Race is a false creation. We are all human beings with different perspectives, cultures. Oops, it's 2 hours now. I'm just going to finish reading your, I mean, putting your comments on here, and then we're gonna bid farewell. Mm, I agree. Tambo. Yes. Thank you, Chris. Yes, I am old. I am 42. So, yes, I have a teenager. Oh, thank you so much. I know a lot of you guys. That's why I put the subtitles. Actually, one of the subscribers keeps telling me not to put the subtitles because it's kind of ruining the visual. But I have to put the subtitles in there because I am a non-native English speaker. I There will be words that I'm not going to pronounce the American way. I may be pronouncing them the Filipino way, and you might not be able to comprehend that. And that's why I'm putting the subtitles in there. But I'm happy that, you find tranquility, rather, on this channel and with my voice. But trust me, when I'm angry, this voice is not tranquil at all. It's not tranquil at all. I also texted you in FB, or really ago, about some charity work about little kids' schools I would like to do in Juma. What's your name on Facebook, by the way? Because to be honest, I'm so sorry if you guys have tried to contact me on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook. Somebody messaged me. I'm not on Facebook a lot. To be honest, just a few days ago, um, I deleted my Facebook because Facebook is just noise, like an additional noise that's not a good noise, and it's just a distraction. I have a messenger, but on Messenger, when people that are not your friends message you, you don't really get a notification. They go on the spam folder, and sometime, most of the time, Facebook don't give you a notification saying there's messages on spam folder. So if you have been messaging me on Facebook, and if I'm not uh, messaging you back, that means your message did not get to me, or I did not know you messaged me, or I didn't see your message. We are having fun. Oh, I would like to do work about. When it comes to charity works, I'm sorry, charity drive. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what your name is, but it is really very easy. With or without me, or with or without us, you definitely can do that. Our friend Mark, who is from, he's a European. He does charity drives with us as a group, and he does his own thing as well. And what he does is he just go to the public market. He just sits there, in the, we call it painitan. Painitan is like breakfast. It is like a long stretch of aisle in a section of the Dumaguete public market where they sell breakfast food. They sell chocolate drink, they sell sticky rice, and the traditional breakfast food. And he just sits there in one of the stall or stores, and he just pays for whoever comes and eat, and he just pays for their food. That's how he does his charity drive on his own. And when it comes to you making kids happy, it is actually very easy for you to go to a public school especially, and you just show up in a classroom, in one classroom, and talk to the teacher, and say you want the kids to be happy, you want to do something for the kids and all that, or talk to the principal and all that. But if you want to join with us as a group, with our charity drives, we don't really have anything scheduled for next week. I'm doing my own thing, but my own charity drive is just like Shay on the go. Like if I wake up today and I feel like getting on my bike and buying roasted chicken, 10 roasted chicken for 10 families and all that. I do that. I don't schedule it. It depends on how I feel that day, or what I want to accomplish on that day. But as far as group charity, we have nothing scheduled for this month and for next month, actually, because the group has spent a lot of money last Christmas giving in Apo Island. So the group is kind of like taking a rest at the moment to breathe the financial bank, the financial, to make the financial department rest a little bit before we can do another. But I think, and I'm positive that the next um, group charity would be building, renovating a school. I don't know how long are you going to stay here, but you probably can. You can join that. You're welcome to join that, because that school has kids in it. It's a nursery school, so there's like, I think, 20 on the other school, and like around 10 kids in the other school. So if you wanna make the kids happy, you are more than welcome to join us. But we don't have a specific date yet for that. I'm glad to know that. Uy, Batman. I have not done any podcast. Sorry. I think you have remarkably insignificant accent. Your speech is excellent. Thank you. But I would admit, because I do the editing, I do all the legwork in this channel. I do everything in this channel. So, hearing my voice 1,000 times over during the editing process in the editing room, it's kind of like, what? Did I just mispronounce that? Why did I pronounce it that way? That's not how you should pronounce that. But anyway, that's why I'm always putting the subtitle. True that about the news. Life of, I watch other YouTubers, Broker Basil. Mostly they are film makers, and I know Life of Riza. I'm not a subscriber of her. I don't really, I watch one or two of her videos, and oh my god, she is very good. She is much younger than me, but her photography style, her photography skill, oh my god, is like up there, way up there. And yeah, the thing is that a lot of these artists and okay, anyway, I'm gonna I don't want to take 3 hours of your time. Later on na lang. Sorry, Shay, autocorrect. Okay. Mm, I was in news business too. I was a crime reporter in a radio station, not in TV. Hello, hello, welcome. Your English is really nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Kaluyan. Kaluyan. Georgiev. Oh, is that your channel? Just recent. Mm. Who is? Life of Riza. Are you talking about Riza? Yes, I'm calling it a day as well in just few seconds. How did that happen? I didn't finish my scent. I have seen you lightly renovate a couple schools for little kiddos, yes. And I've been through something personal in my life and wanted to do something like that for a school or two, depends on the cost. Are you in the Philippines already? You can join the group Georgiev. If I'm probably mispronouncing your name, I'm sorry. But yeah, like I said earlier, our next project will be that. But the gang or the group already still has to sit down and, you know, plan on on a solid date on when we are going to do it. But you are welcome to join us for 2 months almost. Oh, okay. Well, I think that's a perfect time. Alrighty, guys. Oh my God, I could not believe myself that I've been here for more than 2 hours. I have planned to just be here 1 hour, but anyway, it's for me, it's such a great talk. And I think this is why I feel that I need to have a topic every time I do a live stream because I know what I'm talking about. If I don't have a topic, I just go, my brain it just goes everywhere. So thank you so much for being here with me. We had 48 people at some point here, and I do really appreciate all 48 people of you. Um, Maybe some of you are curious what the channel is all about. So it's all about reflections with Shay. Hey, I am Shay, and thank you so much for being here. And to all who have been here for such a long time since I started this channel, thank you so much. I think this is like what 4 years old or 5 years old, but thank you everyone. I'm going to see you next week. We are going to talk about Tampo next week. Bye.